Right. Well, good morning everyone. So I am back. I have been on holiday for the last week over at Mount Maunganui. It was just a nice little getaway break. Yeah, definitely sort of relaxed and chilled and refreshed, or refreshened up, I guess you could say. But the bulls are still out with the cows, so I am just swapping them over because every morning we swap them. This bull in here, he needs to come out, and then the one in the yard, he's just there. I will put him in this paddock. So I'll show you what I do. They usually just come out of the gate, but come on boy, come on. Here we go. Come on Ed. Hurry up. You think you'd be running to the chance to get back with the ladies. Good. And to get the bull out with the cows that is in here, I need to put 4 rows through the shed. So that's the 4th row there. And now I can go and draft them out because I have enough room in the yard here. They're pretty good and they pick it up really quickly what they need to do. Come on big fella, out you go. Come on. Come on in. Just keep them down this end. Come on cows. Just like that, so you can stay there. Move the backing gate up on these girls, like so. Set these gates up for him, he'll know where to go. Should walk in here and he'll, no, could be wrong. These bulls are pretty good, but yeah, you always got to keep your wits about you. Carry a stick just in case something happens. So we have 2 bulls per herd. That's the bull there from the first herd. We do the same thing, but he just goes into that paddock. And the reason we swap them out like that, so every second day they're in with the cows, is because it just gives them a little bit of a break, and so they don't go lame too, because if a bull went lame then the other one would be working twice as hard and potentially could go lame as well, and then yeah, that wouldn't be good. So we just we do that. I know everyone's got their different methods or ways of doing it, but this seems to work well for us. And they're only here for another, I think it's about another week, and then they will be off, so mating will be completely finished, which I am seriously looking forward to. I also put this 360 gear on that I got in the last video this morning, and first impressions are really good. I wasn't too sure about these gumboots, but they are getting more comfortable. They're a little bit tight, but these bib overalls are seriously so comfortable, and they're just so like light and airy compared to my other ones anyway. But I've only had them on for about an hour, so it's early days. Would be nice to have an automatic backing gate, but I don't mind. It's just kind of nice to come out, push the cows up and have a look around, see what's going on. And while I was away, Dad found that this cow here had mastitis, so he's treated her. But we are in a bit of a predicament, I suppose. This cow is number 17 and she's one of my favourites, really good milker, but the problem being she sort of constantly gets mastitis. A couple of years ago she had it really bad in this back quarter there. She had it 2 times in a row, so that's fine. I think it was one of the front quarters that she had it in, but that milk's all good, looks all fine. But this quarter here is a bit of a dud one, and you can see there that colour's no good. I always strip it, I always milk it, but I should really dry it off again. I did last year, but it came into milk again this year, so we just have been milking that quarter. But yeah, I don't know, one of the predicaments we're in is just, yeah, whether we cull her or not. She's a really nice cow, but she just, I don't know, just sort of like prone to getting mastitis. Her milk's not going in the vat today, it is getting milked into this test bucket, so you can see the level of the milk there. And what happens with this? It gets tipped down the drain, so when we treat it we give them a penicillin, and a penicillin's got a withholding period, so she can't get milked into the vat for 5 days. She shouldn't even be in this herd, she should be in her own separate herd, and you're not supposed to bring her in for milking until the line is out of the vat, so you can't get it contaminated, otherwise it can cost you a pretty hefty fine. The reason that she isn't here is because the withholding period for that penicillin is 5 milkings, and this is actually her 6th, so that milk there could go into the vat, but we like to just give it that extra day just to make sure and be safe that we're not putting any contaminated milk in. We had a real nice easy gentle rain yesterday and 14 mils, so that all helps. We're supposed to get quite a bit tonight too, which is good, because it was getting fairly dry, so this will top us up now through till, it should get us through to January at least. So if we could get some more rain at the end of December, it would be sitting really pretty. I've left the cows go back onto their break yesterday, and they're actually out there eating it, which is quite surprising. I thought they'd all just be standing here doing nothing, but that's good because they left quite a bit. And because I knew that rain was coming, usually when they say rain and it's summer you're a bit like, I don't know, we probably won't get it, but it sounded like we definitely were. So I've started topping again. I've topped here yesterday for them, and then this is their break today, which I haven't topped because the mower was broken down and it was the weekend, so I couldn't do much about it. But with that rain, it has also brought a massive drop in production, because that good quality grass has gone to seed like this and just lost all the guts out of it really. So I probably should have topped this paddock last round, but I didn't, so I'm sort of paying the price for it now. It's also been really hot and muggy, which doesn't help. The cows don't like it, and they usually drop anyway. Well, Mr. Bully, you're getting into it. But it is the first time this season that I have fallen behind, and I'll put up a graph actually so you can see. Hopefully it's up here now, but as you can see it's just crossed and I'm actually down on last year, and that's the first time this season, which is quite surprising because we had a pretty hard spring, or not real hard, but it was a more challenging spring anyway. So what I'm going to do is just top the break over there for tomorrow, and I might as well just top this too. So I'll just do the whole paddock. And with this rain tonight, it should help bring some of this quality back anyway for next time they are in here. And check this out, the mower has been away to get fixed, and it's also got a cover on it now, which is a lot safer than before. Jeff's just put a new bar around the end there because that had snapped off and through there. And a lot of these, because it's quite thin steel, but it had sort of, just worn out really, because it's getting on this mower. But what I need to fix today is I need to get a couple of these brackets from town. Well, these brackets right here, I need to get a couple of them just for that one and that one, and then I'll be good to go again. Well, the good news is that it has started raining probably a couple of hours ago. It is about 3 o'clock. I'm just going to go and feed the cows, and we've had about 10 mils, which is absolutely awesome. So we've had about an inch now, but there is a tropical cyclone coming through, so yeah, we might be in for a bit of a wet evening, I'd say. But the bad news is that I can't get any of these. So I went to town and they didn't have any. They're going to order them, so hopefully they will turn up tomorrow, which means I won't be able to top that paddock tonight. I'll have to wait till these come in. Hopefully they come in tomorrow. I ordered half a dozen. I probably should have ordered a few more just to have more spare, but however, I'll see how many that turn up, I guess. I prefer to pre-top, just I think the cows leave like a better job than if I go in afterwards, but I guess I got no option this time. But this rain is beautiful. It's not too heavy. Be soaking in really well. It's like an early Christmas present. I just thought I'd explain myself a little bit better with that cow number 17 that I said had, well, I'm in a predicament with. So the reason we want to colour is because she's had mastitis, and I think that's the first time she's had it this year. She's had it twice the year before, and she might have had it twice or 3 times the year before that, and that's why she's got that bad quarter that I need to dry off really. The reason I sort of want to keep her around is that she is a good cow, she produces well, she's got a high BW. The bonus is that I do have 2 other cows or daughters from her. One's in here, that number 90, and I think 145 in the other herd is from her too, so that's good. I've got some offspring. But I would kind of like to get another daughter from her. So I know it's a 50-50 call. I know that she's in calf to AI because we put a straw over and she hasn't returned. Well, I'm pretty sure she hasn't. So what I'm thinking is that I'd like to keep her, carve her down, and then possibly, if I did that, I guess I'd have to milk her all next season as well. So I don't know, it's a 50-50 call. It also depends how many empties we get at herd test, or not herd test, but pregnancy scanning. If we have few empties, then we can cull a little bit harder and she possibly might go. But that's just what I'm thinking at the moment. I don't know. I don't have to colour right now, I've got a bit of time to think about it, but I just thought I'd let you know where I'm at. Licking it clean. Doesn't take them long to finish the maize, they're done within about 15-20 minutes. But I've also put the cows in this paddock here tonight. They were either going to go in that paddock or down the bottom here, and when I looked at the forecast last night, it said we were going to get like 50 mils of rain within an hour tonight, so if it does flood, or if we did get that much, it will flood, and that paddock where all that willow weed is there can flood pretty badly, whereas they can't in there, so they're nice and dry. Well, not dry, but they're nice and high and safe. And where they're going tomorrow, where they were today, that can flood down the bottom, but well, most of the paddock's high enough that they'd be out of it as well. So I'm just preparing for the worst. Not sure how much we're going to get tonight, but I don't know, it could be a little bit. So I'll come back tomorrow morning and we'll see, eh? It's not raining at the moment, but it is quite a nice morning, and there is about 28, I'll say 29 mils in there. I didn't empty it yesterday or last night, so we got about 20 mils overnight, which is pretty good, plus that 14 from yesterday morning, which is, yeah, what's that, about 42 mils I think, which is pretty good. You can't get much better than that at this time of the year. Well, the girls are happy in their break, but as you can see, they've just got way too much. I did run the mower down here where I put the fence the other night, just so I didn't get seed head in my gumboots, and that's come up quite good. This is what they left, so they've left a heck of a lot behind, but it is pretty rank, this stuff. I was thinking last night when I wound the fence up, I probably should have just taken this paddock out and baled it. That would have sorted my problem out real well, but hopefully those units have come today and I can fix the mower. I'll probably top it tonight maybe if I get a chance, which should tidy it up. It's going to leave a lot of trash in the paddock, but it'll rot down anyway. I think that's the best bet. But the best thing about that rain too was that there were no real heavy downpours, which means we didn't get a lot of runoff, so it all soaked into the soil, built that moisture up, which is absolutely awesome. Just hopefully we can get a little bit more at the end of the month would be even better. But I think I'll end the video there. So thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you again next time.